Did I tell you why blind people don't parachute? Or
Yeah, that
oh
was a
yeah,
good
one
one.
already.
JC,
Hello.
welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us here tonight.
Thank you.
And Russell, who's one of the local inhabitants of this place, suggested that we interview you. So I know you're a really special character because I saw you dancing one time and you really cut a rug. I mean, everybody just stopped what they were doing and gathered around you and watched you dance. And the whole room was just roaring.
Make it up as I go along. That was fun. Yeah.
So I'd like to just ask you, how did you end up coming from Minnesota to Ojai and find yourself here hanging out with John on the back porch?
That's a long story, but well, I went on vacation to Santa Barbara, and I used to see California and Pepsi commercials, and I never knew it really existed because I come from a town of 425 people in Minnesota, and a really small town back there where they named the towns after the water tower, you know. And I came out here, and I thought this is where I really want to live, and you know, it was great. So finished college and came back to live out here, and I've been here since 1980. And have enjoyed myself. Did some DJ work, and every dream I ever had has come true. I met movie stars and things in Santa Barbara, and you know, it's a great place to have lit. You know, so I'm pretty well pleased with things the way they've gone in the past 25 years. Ups and downs, and it's difficult in Santa Barbara, you know, because if you're not born with money, you have to try and get it. But then again, if you're not worried about it, like me, I'm an artist. I really don't care one way or the other. I enjoy making money, but it's like what's his name? The guy who does Prairie Home Companion.
Garrison Keeler.
Garrison Keeler. He said, you know, it's okay to want to be famous and have money. No, it's okay to get it, but you're not supposed to want it. That's just the way it is back there. So, you know, I pretty much fulfilled that. I had it, didn't want it, and now it's erased itself again, but I'm still having a wonderful time. And my good friends around here, and it's all I really care about.
Okay. How would you characterize like your lifestyle? Are you kind of like a rambler and a roamer?
Pretty much, if you want to say that, yeah. I guess, because obviously I don't have a lot of possessions. I have had, and I've lucked out, and I've made a lot of money, and I've lost a lot of money. But at the same time, not lost a lot of money, used up the money. You know. But no, I enjoy everything I've ever done, and no regrets.
Can you tell me about your passions? Like one or two of your passions. What did you really just love to do? Or
I like telling jokes. I like songs. I like musicians. I like fellow artists, which is pretty much everyone I ever meet. It's just they may not know it, but if you talk to them long enough, everyone is. And so it's fun, you know, to pull that out, whether they're thinking about it or not, you know, because, you know, I really didn't fit in my little tiny town because, you know, there's not a lot of room for an artist, you know. You're baling hay and milking cows, and, you know, so, which is artistic too. I mean, everything, you know. I mean, I love the carpet, you know. I like anything that's on the planet, and I have a good time with that. And I decided a long time ago that life does have its good and bad. I was a little kid in Minnesota. I remember 6 years old. In fact, I told this the other night at an AA meeting, or the other morning, walking down the street, kicking a can, thinking, boy, what a wonderful place. This is fantastic. Look at that. And the meadowlarks are whistling, you know, they go, you know, and stuff. And I thought, this is great, and this is all for me, and it's all free. About that time, a bee stung me in the eye. So I figured out that there's good and bad, but it's all right, because everybody has to go through it. And now, in this day and age, you know, I pass a mirror once in a while and go, who that, you know. But it's okay, because we all age and everything, so we're all in the same boat, and it's a wonderful life. It's, James Stewart would say, it's a wonderful life.
Can you sing us a song or tell us a joke?
Okay. What joke should I tell? Oh, I heard a cute one. This is cute. Little girl walks to school every day, same path every day, and her mom sends her off to school, and it starts to cloud up, and so she's worried about her little girl and thought she's going to be scared by the lightning and stuff. So she gets in the car and follows her path to try and find her on the way, and she does, and she sees her, and every time the lightning would flash, the little girl would look up and smile. Saw her do that about 3 times, and she pulled over and she rolled down the window and she said, "Honey, you're not scared?" And she says, "No." And she says, "Every time the lightning flashed, you'd look up and smile. Why are you doing that?" And she says, "I want to look pretty. God keeps trying to take my picture."
Oh, how sweet.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah, it's great.
I'm sorry, that's Minnesota. I can't help it.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, well, okay. Well, why blind people don't skydive. It scares their dogs. I mean, you can picture that on it. Anyway.
fix that in edit.
I have another cute little girl one. Okay. This is when, this would be John.
Just a minute. Hold it.
Excuse me.
Take 2, yeah.
Okay.
No, I just like this one because actually it makes a lot of sense. It's a
It's
Paul
done.
Harvey.
Sorry, gotta start it. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Paul Harvey. Good day. Paul Harvey from radio. He told us one. He said this little girl asked her mother for some wrapping paper because she wanted to give her mother a present, and it was expensive wrapping paper. And her mother says, "Well, that's very expensive wrapping paper." And okay, whatever. And the little girl wrapped a present for her mother. Well, then her mother opened it up, Christmas, birthday, whatever, and it was an empty box. And she says, "You wasted this paper on an empty box." And she berated her and gave her a hard time, reprimanded her. And little girl said, "But Mama, it wasn't empty. I blew it full of kisses." And then the little girl died a couple months later, leukemia or something. So that became the most important empty box in their life. So I thought that was a pretty cool one.
Thank you.
Yeah, then the word is remonstrate too. That would work.
Really?
Yeah, remonstration.
I'm going to have to write that down. I don't know what that means.
You went for it. That must have.
Reprimanded.
Right. So, remonstrate means the same thing. I mean, you started to say it. I heard it. You started to say remen, and then you went to reprimanded. And it's the same word. It's a similar.
Well, I'm more comfortable with the one I know. Okay. Little girl wanted to give her mother a gift, and her mother had this expensive wrapping paper. And she asked her for the wrapping paper, and she said, "Okay, but it's very expensive and stuff." And she gave it to her, and she wrapped a present. She wrapped a box, and then her mother opened up the box, and it was an empty box. So she reprimanded her and gave her a hard time, telling her, "You wasted, that expensive paper on an empty box," and gave her, And the little girl said, "But Mama, it wasn't empty. I blew it full of kisses." Well, then a couple of weeks later, or months or what have you, the little girl passed away of leukemia or something. And anyway, her mother has the most precious empty box that she could possibly have.
Amen.
And I like that one.